Static phase, you are still here, still breathing. You've been running on empty for so many days in a row. Every signal was too loud, every room had nowhere to go. You sat inside the silence, and you finally let yourself slow. The world kept asking questions, you had no more strength to show. Have to move, just dissolve into the quiet. Let the frequency hold you still. No more running from the riot, just the space between until dissolve into the hum. Dissolve till your mind goes numb. Just let it pour. Just dissolve into the quiet. Let the frequency hold you still. No more running from the riot, just the space between until dissolve into the hum. Place inside that's still. Just dissolve into the quiet. Let the frequency hold you still. No more running from the riot, just the space between until dissolve into the hum. Dissolve, let the tears come. Dissolve, you already won. Oh, just dissolve, just dissolve. Tones moving left, right, left, left. Listen with your whole chest. mind was overfiring on things that weren't even real. The dreaded 2 a.m. and crawling with nothing left to feel. You typed into the darkness, searched for something with appeal, but the answer wasn't louder. It was buried in the still. Something shifts behind your eyes, a gentle split, left, right. The body starts to recognize. There's a signal coming through, moving slow from left to right. Something ancient inside you, finally catching the right light. Signal through the nerve, signal what you deserve. Signal, let it curve through the silence. Let it serve. You've been understimulated, bored into a kind of pain. Too little to hold on to, too hollow to explain. But this pattern in the audio's rewriting in your brain. Two hemispheres agreeing, you don't have to feel this way again. The frequency knows your name. Your nervous system finds its frame. This is not a game. There's a signal coming through, moving slow from left to right. Something ancient inside you, finally catching the right light. Signal through the nerve, signal what you deserve. Signal, let it curve through the silence. Let it serve. You didn't break, you just needed input. You just needed something. There wasn't pressure. There's a signal coming through for every hollow, restless night. Something gentle, something true, moving slowly into light. Signal for the numb, signal you have won. Signal, here it comes through the left ear, through the right. You're done. Left, right, yeah, 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 yeah. You are here. Gray afternoon, nothing feels like anything, but you are still alive. You sat inside the hollow of a Tuesday with no name. You scrolled and clicked and waited for a feeling that never came. The understimulation is a quiet kind of shame. person still in there, waiting for a signal that says someone is aware. In the hollow hours, when the day has lost its weight, when the screen has lost its power, and the mind sits still and waits, let this sound become the entry to the part of you that's deep. In the hollow hours, finally, let yourself be reached. The flatness is not failure, it's your system out of fuel, seeking sensory input by its own protective rule. So you didn't break your ration, every overload you knew, and now you need the signal that can softly pull you through. So let the bass move gently, let it fill the middle space. Something real inside the nothing, something warm inside the gray. In the hollow hours, when the day has lost its way, when the screen has lost its power, and the mind sits still and waits, let this sound become the entry to the part of you that's deep. In the hollow hours, finally, let yourself be reached. You don't need to perform feeling, you don't need to fix the day, you just need this one frequency to slowly find its way. In the hollow hours, this is where the healing lands, not in answers, not in reasons, but in sound held in both hands. Let the eight tones do the finding, let your nervous system rest. In the hollow hours, you have always done your best. The hollow lips, slowly, you feel slightly more like you do. Your brain is drawing a new map of where it's safe to land. Listen. The world was coming faster than your processing could keep. Every conversation costly, every stimulation steep. So your brain learned to protect you by withdrawing, going deep. And now nothing feels like enough, you're just drifting half asleep. This audio was built for this, a neural decoupling gift. Left brain, right brain, feel the shift. Follow the nerve map back to yourself, past the noise that was left on the shelf. 8 directions, one signal, one path, through the static, through the aftermath. Nerve map, calling you home. Nerve map, you're not alone. Nerve map, bone by bone, back to the self you've always known. Tried every distraction, every scroll and every screen, but the understimulation had you trapped in the between. Not too numb and not too present, just existing in between. And you needed something neural to cut through what numbness means. So let the binaural enter, left to right, right to left to center. Your cortex finding its winter. Follow the nerve map back to yourself, past the noise that was left on the shelf. 8 directions, one signal, one path, through the static, through the aftermath. Nerve map, feel it spread. Nerve map, clear your head. Nerve map, nothing said, just a signal and the rest instead. Your nervous system isn't broken, it's been paying close attention. Every signal it was given, it has held with full intention. Follow the nerve map all the way home, through the places where you felt alone. 8 dimensions, one final breath, through the noise and past the rest. Nerve map, you arrive. Nerve map, feel alive. Nerve map, let it drive. You were always meant to more than just survive. The map is drawn, you know the way, you know the way. Close your eyes, imagine water with no wind. That is where we are going. You've been tossed by every movement, every notification sound, every headline, every update, pulling something that you found. And you've been so overstimulated that the numb became your ground. So we're pulling back to something where no noise can reach you now. Breathe in 4 counts, hold 4 counts out. Let everything amounts to nothing. Still lines have been on since a week, a month ago. The body does not know the diff between a threat and a tomorrow. But this frequency is saying it is safe to let it go. Your cortisol is lowering with each tone, with each flow. The water knows your weight, and it holds, you don't need to navigate. Still water, no ripples left. Still water, just breathe after breath. No current, no tide to chase. Just the warm, still, quiet place. Still water, signal spreads. Still water, clears your head. No performance, no demand. In the still, you finally Peace is not a destination. It is a decision made in a single quiet moment when the noise begins to fade. Still water, you are held here. Still water, all the years fear gently lifts from where it's at, and the you beneath comes back. Still water says enough. Still water through the rough. Nothing else is asked of you in the still, in the still, in the still, in the still, in the you. Still, absolutely still. You are here. Close your eye here. Ooh, your brain is hungry, not for noise, for the right signal. Under stimulation is a hunger. The brain sends out its quiet cry. Nothing feeds it, nothing reaches, and you can't explain exactly why. You've been sitting in the flatness with your dopamine run dry, but a frequency can nourish what no outside world can supply. Feed the cortex gently now. Left ear, right ear, show it how. The brain learns again somehow. Frequency fed, not force fed. The right signal to the right head. Something shifts in the space between, where the quiet becomes a dream. Frequency fed, something real, not the scroll, not the deal, but the sound that knows your need and gives the nervous system what to feel. frequency flat. 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 Rested. You.
Four to 8 hertz, your brain begins its slow descent down to where you actually rest. In the theta between waking and the place where sleep begins, there's a frequency of healing where the mind can shed its skin. You've been locked in busy beta for so long you can't begin to remember what it felt like when the stillness let you in. Let your brainwaves slow their speed from the rush to what you need. Theta, that's the space to breathe. Welcome to the Theta land, where the mind releases its demand, where the body forgets to clench and the restless feeling gets drenched. Let go, Theta land. Move slow, the 8 directions fade the noise until the silence finds its voice. Your prefrontal cortex has been working, problem solving overdue, but the deeper restorative layers haven't had a window through. So this audio builds the bridge from the surface thought to you, down to where your body stores what needs to be released and renewed. No analysis needed here, no reason, just appear. Theta, you are already near. Welcome to the Theta land, where the mind releases its demand, where the body forgets to clench and the restless feeling gets drenched. Theta land, deeper still, Theta land. Let it fill every corner of the brain with the quiet after rain. Ooh, yeah. You never needed to be productive in the space between consciousness. You just needed to arrive here, where existence asks for less. Welcome to the Theta land, where you finally understand that the peace you've always chased was already in this place. Theta land, here you are, Theta land, near not far, 8 tones moved you all the way to the person behind the day. sense has been on overdrive. Now we turn the dial down, start here. Touch too many surfaces of a day that asked too much. The noise was in the textures, in the temperature and touch. Sensory overload exhausted every nerve and every clutch. And now your system's asking for a softer, slower hush. One by one the senses slow. Sound becomes the last to go. And then the body starts to know. Sensory peace, the skin exhales. Sensory peace, the mind unveils. Lay it tones from left to right, untying every nerve held tight. Sensory peace, your hands unclench. Sensory peace, the tension wrenched, loose and lifted. Feel it spread from the toes up to the head. You didn't need a diagnosis to know that you were stretched too thin. The sensitivity you carry is not a flaw, it's how you're built within. And this frequency was written for the ones who feel things deep, where the world is loud by nature and the body longs for sleep. The audio wraps around you like a weighted blanket of sound. You are allowed to be found. Sensory peace, the skin exhales. Sensory peace, the mind unveils. Lay your tones from left to right, untying every nerve held tight. Sensory peace, you're allowed this. Sensory peace, you're not calling it quits, just reclaiming the ground that the silence gives back through the sound. Sensitivity is not weakness, it is your most precise radar. The session is for those who feel every frequency near and far. Sensory peace is already here. Sensory peace, the path is clear. 8 dimensions moving slow, telling every cell let go. Sensory peace, you made it through. Sensory peace, this is true. You are softer than you know, and the softer is the signal. Let it show. The senses settle one by one. You are whole. The mind scatters before it focuses. This is the gathering. Come back, 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 back. Open 15 windows and you finished none of them. The task sat there unanswered at the edge of where you've been. Focus felt like climbing uphill in the fog of overstimulations, and understimulated or scattered, the result is still the same dead end. But there's a middle stage you're after, between sky
scattered and asleep. The frequency can find it, and it's yours to finally keep.
Focus ground.
The mind comes home.
Focus ground.
No longer alone. Your thoughts, you sit with them now. The eight tones show you how.
Focus ground.
Screen clears.
Focus ground.
The noise clears. You can hold a single thought. This is everything you saw. Not the focus born from panic, not the kind that burns the brain, but the soft attention settling like a window after rain. The neural pathways opening along the 8-direction lane. The work begins to matter in the clearest kind of frame.
Alpha waves are rising now.
Your brain knows this, knows how. Settle, settle, settle down.
Focus ground.
The mind comes home.
Focus ground.
No longer alone. With your thoughts, you sit with them now. The 8 tones show you how.
Focus ground.
Feel it click.
Focus ground.
Nothing to fix. Just you, the task, and the sound. Both of you on the focus ground. It was just too loud inside. The signal gave it somewhere clean and quiet to reside.
Focus ground.
You're here now.
Focus ground.
You know how to sit inside a moment and let the moment be enough.
Focus ground.
This is yours.
Focus ground.
Open doors, not the grind, not the race. Just your mind finding its place. Grounded presence.
Focus. Focus. This is the last signal of the session. You made it all the way through. Understimulation left you hollow, half unsaid. And you sat inside the session, and the 8 tones moved instead of your thoughts. They moved the water of the feeling left for dead. And now you feel it shifting, something easing in the chest. This is not the end, it's resting. This is you at your best. Peace protocol initiated. All the systems
filled, not with noise, with the still. Peace protocol initiated, all the systems recalibrated, every frequency absorbed, every signal now restored. Peace protocol, this is done. Peace protocol, you have won. Not a battle, just a breath of return to life. Away from stress, keep this with you. When the world gets loud again, you know the frequency, you know where peace begins. Peace protocol, you are whole. Peace protocol, body and soul. A direction has brought you here to the end of all your fear. Peace protocol, rest in this. Peace protocol, nothing missed. You don't have to explain the need. The signal heard you and agreed.